Water Bear Medicine. Thanks for being there, Francisco. Welcome, brother. So yeah, moving forward into that online project, I did some research this week. I put my student hat to check what is required to move forward into that direction, and there is a lot to learn, a lot. So yeah, always an eternal student. Things that I liked a little bit less, like how to make reels and stuff like that, that you need to cut like every, some say 7 seconds, others say like 3 seconds, because of the attention span of people that is totally damaged by TikTok and these kind of platforms that reduce the attention span of people. So yeah, so that's something that I find a little bit like it's like the new normal. So I'll see what I'll do with that, if I can adapt my reels to that new normal, that new reality, just to go get more people. It is what it is. Hey, Phil Paul Repeat, hi, how are you? Been a while that I didn't see you. Thank you for being here tonight. So yes, a lot of learning, and we had that hey, Vince is there as well, another Vince, from a Vince to another Vince. So yeah, so I did that brainstorm. Kevin and his brother came on Sunday here. It was a massive brainstorm about how to bring structure to the whole operation, because we know that bliss is amazing, but structure is key. We need to bring structure to everything that we do. Masculine energy, this is a requirement to organize things and to be really organized and have a plan and to bring it to fruition. So yeah, so we had that amazing meeting, because they're about to leave for their road trip to Costa Rica. So more to come on that, to move forward with that Surreal End project, because we have to move forward with that, and you will understand why very soon. So yeah, so there is a lot to learn. So I study guys, let's say like Jordan Peterson, that he's doing amazing with his work, speaking his truth, and he can grow like he do some shows and do public speaking, and he can grow like 200K per month doing that. And us, where we are not into that field at all. It's a different level of consciousness. Jordan Peterson is amazing, but this is not the frequency level that we operate on. This is more like on into the 3D left versus right, conservative, liberals, and stuff like that. So this is not my type of speech. And also we are more into like a real deep healing. So he is a clinical psychologist. He is amazing, but you can tell that he still has to himself do a lot of shadow work to heal, because I don't believe in traditional practice like psychotherapy and stuff like that. This is not models that are proven to me at all. So you can see the guy, when he talks about his own things, he get really emotional and tears coming out. So it's no judgment. I used to be like that, but when you heal to a deep level, now I can talk about, like I said last week, to the most hardcore moments of my life, and I'm chill because I did that work and that healing. Something that he is oblivious to that, because according to him, let's say psychedelics, he would never touch that. Could be like very scary, but when you know that and how to use it, it's powerful medicine. So me, I went really deep into the psychedelic journey, and it brought amazing results for me. But there can be some traps, and I'll speak about that a bit later, because it's not everybody that's doing that well on psychedelics. So yeah, so something that I want to speak on is, I saw a comment on on a post, someone like a starseed like us, that was saying, how long do we have to be of service to others? Because he was saying that he's been on that path helping people just like that, giving him away for like 3 years, and he was feeling that it was being detrimental to himself and to his family. So me, I just made a small reply. I said, you have to be of service for yourself first, and then when you're in a good place, the ripple effect will help the others around. Because this can be a massive trap for people like us that are art-based living in service to others. And I've been into that trap for over a year. trying to help other people around. And after all that, I realized that that's not the way to go. I just depleted my energy, and after that I realized, okay, it was fun, it was like a bliss, but after, when you analyze things objectively, you say, okay, things could have moved forward like in a better direction. So this is when you need to realize when to stop that and just put the focus on yourself, and then bring that best version of yourself and that amazing life for yourself. Then the ripple effect, like I said, will be amazing. So yes, so I want to speak about that divine transmission I had about 2 days ago, or very recently. So and it's all in the Sun Tribe channel, the entirety of it. So I will just make a little summary here. And if you want to see the whole transmission, it's on the Patreon, the Sun Tribe channel, so it's available there. I had that talk with the love beings about AI, hurt medicine addiction, mRNA meat, like I said, and attachment and control. So yes, the AI part I will not really further expand. Hey Kevin, jusqu'à l'autre bébé. Yeah, so Kevin just joined. We had that talk about how to structure things. So yeah, so the AI part I will just leave it for the Sun Tribe channel. So those who are curious, you can go see the video there. And yeah, so hurt medicine addiction is because in our journey, like Kevin can testify, we did a lot of healing ceremonies, a lot, and for us, like, we use like hurt medicine in a ceremonial way on a regular basis. Like we were doing about 2 healing ceremonies per month during the summers, and to me it has been amazing. But we saw other people that went like deep into that rabbit hole, abusing the medicine itself. So yeah, long story short, I had that talk to say that I wanted to get more information, like what are the potential dangers of the hurt medicine. So yeah, the answer I got is that there is no like danger by itself, it's consequences. So people that abuse the medicine, let's say that they will use it on a regular basis, on a daily basis, it's an abuse because that medicine is holy, it's sacred. So you cannot abuse hurt medicine. Well, yeah, you can abuse it, but what you will get back in return is that the medicine will abuse you in return. So you will be stuck into that loop and create that illusion for yourself. So we saw that. So it's a warning that I'm putting out there for those that are on that path of hurt medicine. It's not to be abused, it's to be used consciously and with deep respect, because if you disrespect it, I mean, it will teach you, just like golden teacher, it's a powerful teacher, the name says it. So if you disrespect your teacher will teach you what disrespect is all about, and it always from a place of love. So this is I don't know if others, yeah, amen to that, 100%, yeah, sure. So yeah, so I don't know if you notice other people that went on that path, but hurt medicine is to be used very, 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 very consciously. Yeah, so and attachment and control, I had more teachings about that. It's always the same lessons coming back over and over again to a deeper level. So yeah, so that one I will leave it for the Sun Tribe channel, but I just wanted to mention that because again, we know that attachment and control, I mean, what do we control except our own reactions to think? We cannot control people, we cannot control much, but we can control our own self. But an attachment, we need to be able to move forward on our path with no attachment, even to the people that we love, to be outcome dependent, because at the end of the day, we are all alone, all in unity, but it's our own individual path. So yeah, so that was another lesson that I learned, and I want to get to that subject, that mRNA meat, because with Alexander we had that talk. to say like, okay, we saw some posts going on like there will like about the coming rollout of that mRNA technology in cattle. So I asked that question to say, okay, so it's coming like for everyone, like in the near future, and the answer has been like, yeah, totally. So it's coming for all. So me, I was using meat because it's very nutritious, and many will say, "But you just have to be vegan." But if you are vegan, I mean, it's not because you eat veggies that it's more clean. Because me, I always calculate the amount of toxicity of my food. So veggies, if you think about that, all the chemtrails, all the fertilizer that they use in the fields, and also something that is approved for organic farming is biosludge. So biosludge is pretty much the waste product of the sewage that is being recuperated and put back in the field. But now there is that, and this is coming from Mike Adams, a guy that I follow for years, a while ago. So that guy is a scientist, very, very knowledgeable man. So he says now there is that technique to get rid of dead bodies, aquamation. So basically is to use like to put the dead bodies in the solution to make them like melt, and down the drain it goes. So you have those mRNA human being drained down the drain and go in the sewage and then put back in the field as a fertilizer. So even like those veggies, when you think about that, who is behind all that, you know? So follow the money. So there is that that guy that is behind Planned Parenthood, is behind like all the veggie stuff. So there is a lot of crap going there. So all that to say that the solution is off-grid living. I mean, this is where we are heading. Me and Niyama and all my family, we are aligned for that vortex. We are putting a lot of effort to make it happen. So we are aligned for that. So the real people with the most value right now on the planet is the small farmers. Farmers that had their seeds for generations and generations in the same cattle, that they are like totally isolated from the big corporations. Like I won't name names here, but those who bring all that crap, because the matrix is just expanding the dark matrix. So at the end of the day, it's a choice. Like, what do? You continue to eat that crap that will bring disease, even that meat, because myself, I call to that local farm that I take my meat from, and it's all like grass-fed, everything is perfect, but the cattle is vaccinated because they have to, for insurance purpose. So you see how the matrix is clever, just to corner like every possibilities. So that matrix is so many like tentacles. So even if you try to stay like at the best place as possible within the matrix, it will end up by like grabbing you in a way or the other. So it's a choice. You can stay there and make the best out of it in that covert way of grabbing people, or it's always about self-respect. So when now you have this information, so you do what you want to do with that, but the name of the game is not to try to control everything, but is to do the best that you can, for yourself in your situation. So it's about self-respect. So it's not, you cannot control everything, but if you do the best that you can for yourself, then it shows the universe that you're serious about your own health and own avatar and own future. So there's massive changes coming on the planet, and 2023 for many is like crazy, and it's a lot of movement. It's a masculine year, so yeah. So that's for that. So more to come on that. Cattle now that is just no good anymore. So or in the process of being all scrapped like that. So it is what it is. I mean we know what is going on. So at this point is what do you do? So I see Alexander here. Much love, brother. Just in process of packing, but I'm able to catch some of your live before I get picked up. Perfect. thank you for being there. So Alexander is doing the move. He's leaving for Costa Rica tomorrow. So thank you, Alexander, for doing that. So you are opening the path for others to follow, to exit that dark matrix, and to go where we belong to in nature, and get away from that, all that crap that is being fed to us. Yeah, that mRNA bullshit meat. Yes, so yeah, what time is it now? I want to stay for about half an hour, so I have maybe another 10 minutes. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. So I want to talk about also, you know, everyone, that I am big time into Tantra. So I want to share more about that, because now with that chanting, that is a new addition, like I said in the past couple of lives, that I am adding in my toolbox. So now, like I was doing that chanting in the beginning of the video, so it's a tool that we added during our Tantra practice. So like you already know, I am into semen retention big time. So yeah, so this is massive, because my last release was about like 8 months ago. And when you master semen retention, I mean, as a male, when you master your dick, I mean, you master a lot. So it's a lot of self-mastery when you master that organ that is like so difficult for many males just to keep under control. So yeah, so it allows to go really deep into like that trance, because Tantra become a trance, because a typical Tantra session will last somewhere between 2 to 4 hours, so an average of, let's say, 3 hours. So yeah, so I just went really deep, and Yama as well, into the experience, and started to get like more visual, and it's the most powerful tools for human when they get together. You can go to past life, and I went back into Atlantis this time, so it was very powerful. I just want to put it out there. So I was like back then, and it was such a powerful moment. And then doing that chanting, like the both of us, like chest to chest, like really like resonating, like, you know, like when you play guitar and you can feel all the vibrations, but it's our bodies that were vibrating like that. So and it went like to the next level, both of us, like really like deep and long. It was like, it's amazing how the body, it's like you become superhuman at some moments, like Neo in the Matrix, literally. So yeah, so it was those deep breath and humming, and at the end, like when we spoke about it, Niyama, she was like in the vibe like of water, and me as well, it was like mermaid type of energy. So yeah, Tantra is powerful things. And yeah, and she got the presence of Medusa. So she never knew anything about Medusa, but she got the visit of Medusa, and what Medusa tell her is like that kind of being that has some snake on the instead of on the hair, and when you cross her eyes, you turn into stone. So she always has been depicted as a very evil character by, I mean, all that satanic inversion that we've been exposed to. So yeah, so she was like evil or something like that. But with Niyama, what she had a brief moment with her, and she said, "I am not who you think I am." So yeah, so I don't know the meaning of that, but I felt compelled just to put it out there. So this is a powerful experience that we experienced yesterday. So yeah, so back to I want to share as well, like the use of herb medicine. So me, I use cannabis, and I use it a little bit too much. I had that talk again with the love beings to get their input on that, because I asked them for psychedelics, let's say mushrooms, and yeah, so if you abuse it, it will abuse you. And me, cannabis, I used to use that like pretty much every night, but sometimes no. But it's too much, because it's a powerful feminine energy, and especially as males, you cannot get intertwined too much with that energy on a daily basis. So it's to keep it as a ceremonial medicine. So now for sure, I know the information to a deeper level, and me, when I know something, there is no bullshit, I will apply it. So I will reduce my my use of it. I think, but I like the ceremonial aspect, just to smoke it. But I will just go back to, I will just fall back on cigars instead, without inhaling anything. But I will reduce my my cannabis consumption, and just to keep it for ceremonies. Let's say like when Tantra, I use cannabis because it allows me to get into that amplified state, because it takes more time to get in state. But when you're there, then with the cannabis, I mean, it many will understand what I mean, but with words it's not obvious to describe it. But it will just bring you into that state, just to go very, very far. And yesterday, like, it took a while to come back. Let's say like Alexander did a live about his LSD experience, so so yesterday I felt that it was like a psychedelic experience, but it was like all natural, just using Tantra, which is a tool, a massive tool for people that are together as couples. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I want to keep it under about 30 minutes. So I will be back next week on Monday, same time. I want to be consistent, because this is key for people to know, to have a consistency. So if I do it like once a week at the same time, people will get used to it. So it's to make it become like a show or a podcast. So it's not to just come randomly like that. So yeah, so this is something that I will implement, to do like a short live every Monday. So something else that I want to say is, yeah, so for content creators like that, me personally, I'm born into that New Earth mindset since I'm little. Now I understand that. This is why I was like a misfit pretty much most of my life. so yeah, so again, people in the realm here are stuck into that feminine energy, just like waiting to be fed and to receive, and just to consume without giving. And now as a collective, we have to step into our masculine energy to provide to Gaia, to provide, to give, because as you give, you receive. So I will just say an example. Let's say that guy Gabe, that is doing the Law of One on Spotify. Right away, because I consume his podcast on a regular basis, so right away, personally, I went on Patreon to subscribe to his Patreon, to give him something, because it's so much value for me. I cannot just consume in my feminine without giving me anything back. So yeah, so I follow him on Patreon, and I have my Patreon as well. And I just chatted a bit with the guy, and right away he followed me back, and he's not even watching my content. So it's just create that energy exchange between the two of us. So this is the New Earth mindset, because that guy Gabe is really into the Law of One to a very, very deep level. It's amazing. And I had a quick talk with him. I say, hey, look, I channel Ra myself with Niyama. Would you like to talk with him? Or I was trying to hook him up with Ra, but he declined the offer, because to him, he is really into what has been channeled 40 years ago, which where our work is like to use that amazing work as a foundation and to build out from that, and just to create those new channelings. So yeah, so this is what I had to say about that. So I encourage you, like, to if you have some content creators, either it's me or others, just to give a little something. Often you will find some links for donations. Just keep that in mind. So much energy goes into that, and we have to tap into that New Earth mindset. So yeah, so me and my link tree, now I will just remind you, I have that link, that PayPal link for donations. If you feel compelled, if I bring some value to you and you want to give something back as an energy exchange. But I will give you even a better tip than a donation. Now the Sun Tribe is growing, and it's not because you go on the Patreon and, let's say, pay for a month that you have to get involved with the Sun Tribe. You can just pay, let's say, the 1 month with the minimum, with like $11. I already have 13 videos there, so you can pay for 1 month, check all the videos, then you can unsubscribe. if you are short on cash, and then wait a couple of months that I post more videos, then pay again, and then go watch my videos and then unsubscribe. I don't mind if you come in and out. And there are others. And before leaving, I want to add that the Sun Tribe, we have now the Telegram channel, and we have amazing people already, like Andrew, the Andromedan. Like, I'm so grateful to have him in the Sun Tribe. We had the best channeling with him when he was channeling his Andromedan family because of his questions. And even the love beings, their consciousness level is from the 9th dimension, but Andrew's consciousness level is from the 12th dimension. So the love being were honored to be have that talk with Andrew. Andrew was honored to talk with the love beings, and the love beings were honored to talk with Andrew. And we have Andrew as a team member of the Sun Tribe. It's amazing. And we have also Francisco that is in Salvador, and he knows a lot about the land. His family has some lands, and he knows about like off-grid. He will further make more research about off-grid living, but he already have some land. So if we want to go there to go make some healing ceremonies there and organize things, we already have access to lands. So yeah, and then we have Kevin in the Telegram group as well, my brother in Montreal, Kevin, like a genius level in marketing and to get things organized. So yeah, so the tribe is growing, and we have amazing plan. So now the next step is to come up with a logo and to try to bring things in the physical. The name of the game is to be able to create things in the physical. So yeah, so as the initial goal is to create that logo and to make some t-shirts, just to say, okay, now we created something in the physical, now we need to create something bigger and bigger and bigger, and to attract more people and to combine our vortex to create many projects to come. So we had that first meeting on Zoom, and I recorded it, because with Zoom you can record it, and it's on the Sun Tribe channel. So I encourage you to just subscribe for a month on my Patreon. The link is in my link tree, and you can see all those videos and see the initial meetings we had, the first meeting we had, the first Sun Tribe meeting, and see if you resonate. If you resonate, then that's enough to join, because it's all about resonance here. If you resonate, there is something going on. So if you want to participate or to be more passive and just watch the content, it's fine. You don't have to join the Telegram group. So yeah, that's about it for this week. So I didn't see any questions. Alexander say, if you need any logo, any help with the logo, let me know. Yeah, if you have some ideas, you can contact Kevin, Andrew as well. We come up with some, we can share on that. So yeah, more to come as always. So thank you very much everyone for being here for that podcast number 2. I'll be back next week. So like I always say, like Zico always say, glorious is the day, glorious is the night. It's we're nighttime here. Glorious is my heart, and so is yours. So I love you all. Time to tap into our masculine energy, and I see you next week. So see you there.